is Rupa Nampally, Realtor with Remax One. In today's episode, I will talk about the housing forecast from Zillow, Mortgage Credit Availability Index, and foreclosure filings. Hope you will stick around to watch the full video. Mortgage credit availability increased in October according to the Mortgage Credit Availability Index, a report from the Mortgage Bankers Association. As per Joel Kahn, MBA's Associate Vice President of Economic and Industry Forecasting, said in a statement, credit availability increased in October for the first time since July. The ongoing economic recovery and improving labor market led to the rise in credit supply for various loan types. There was an overall increase in credit availability for low credit scores and higher loan-to-value loans, with conventional credit increasing to 5% and government credit staying essentially flat. Despite October's slight turnaround, credit availability remains constrained to a near low last seen in 2014. As per Zillow, 1 in 5 homes sold above list price in September. A greater share of homes sold above their list price in September, 22.4%, than in any month since last January 2018. Another byproduct of incredibly strong buyer demand. Nationwide, the typical home that sold above list price in September fetched almost 5% premium. Interestingly, while the share of homes sold above list price nationwide in September was far above last year's levels, the amount those US listings ultimately fetched beyond the initial list price on a relative percentage basis was slightly lower than a year ago, down to 6.1%. The median sale price was $289,634 for the week ending September 26, steady from the week prior, but up 13% from the same time a year ago. The median list price appears to be trending down slightly after cresting in October, falling 0.5% from the week prior to $343,750. Asking prices nationwide are still far above the same period in 2019, up 11.7% a year over year. New listings slide after briefly gaining ground last month. After gaining traction and briefly rising above 2019 levels in October, new for sale listings fell at the start of November and are now down 11.6% compared to last year. Inventory fell 1.6% from a week ago, the largest weekly drop since January. Compared to last year, total inventory is down to 38%. Pending sales remain well above seasonal norms. The volume of new pending sales, while still well above seasonal norms, has begun to come down. Newly pending sales volume last week was 16.8% above a year ago levels, a decline of 2.9 percentage points from annual growth registered the week prior. Homes typically stayed on the market for just 12 days before going pending, consistent with the past 4 weeks. Home value growth is expected to continue accelerating in the coming months. We expect seasonally adjusted home values to increase by 2.9% between September and the end of 2020 and rise 7% in the 12 months ending September 2021. This forecast is notably more optimistic than previously. Zillow's prior forecast called for a 4.8% rise between August 2020 to August 2021. Historically low level of for sale inventory teamed with robust buyer demand and mortgage rates that remain near historic lows should continue to place upward pressure on prices. 2020 home sales slightly peaked in September, expected to re-accelerate early next year. Zillow's forecast suggests that closed home sales reached a recent high in September and will temporarily slow down in the coming months, following to the pre-pandemic levels by January 2021. Growth is then expected to resume next spring and to remain firmly above pre-pandemic volume through most of the next year. A total of 11,673 U.S. properties endured foreclosure filings, including default notices, scheduled auctions, or bank repossessions in October. 20% increase from September, but still down 79% from a year ago, according to a report released Tuesday by Atom Data Solutions. Although there are various foreclosure moratoriums currently in place across the country in response to the coronavirus pandemic, interpretations of these and eviction bans continue to vary from locality to locality and from one court to another. As Rick Sharger, Executive Vice President of Realty Track, said in a statement, some foreclosure filings may have already been in motion prior to pandemic. It's a little surprising to see foreclosure activities increasing in spite of the various foreclosure moratoriums that are in place. It's likely that many of these properties were already in the early stages of default prior to the pandemic, or are vacant and abandoned, which makes them candidate for the expedited foreclosure actions. Foreclosure starts also rose in October and were up 21% from September, but down by 79% from a year ago. According to Rick Sharger, who said in a statement, it's probably not a surprising that almost all of the metro areas where foreclosure activity increased on a month-over-month basis are also places where unemployment rates are higher than the national average and in many cases have been hotspots of COVID infection. Still, it's important to keep the numbers in context. Even with these increases, overall foreclosure actions are still below last year's level by about 80%. Bank repossessions were also up in October by 28% from September, but down by 8% from October 2019. In January, only 3.5% of homes were in some stage of delinquency, according to new data from the property analytics provider CoreLogic. The numbers reflect a pre-pandemic period of prosperity and upward growth. Rates are down 0.2% from December and 0.5% from last year. The number of people falling behind on the mortgage payments have been falling consistently over the last 2 years, while foreclosures, a situation in one's home is seized due to inability to pay, have also remained at an all-time low of 0.4%. Dr. Frank Noe-Taft, chief economist at CoreLogic, said in a prepared statement, home loan delinquencies and foreclosure rates were the lowest in a generation before the COVID-19 pandemic hit. Recession-induced job losses will fuel delinquencies. However, widespread foreclosure across America will likely be averted because of the home equity buffer the homeowners have and the available forbearance programs. Frank Martel, President and CEO of CoreLogic, said in a statement, after some initial cushioning from the equity buffers, lower mortgage interest costs, and government support and forbearance programs, we expect delinquencies rate to jump significantly throughout the year as the economic toll from COVID-19 become more evident. The ultimate extent of the higher delinquencies will depend on how quickly the broader economy opens up again and employment levels rebound. Both of these factors are uncertain at this time. The ongoing economic recovery and improving labor market led to a rise in credit supply for various loan types. There was an overall increase in credit availability for low credit scores and higher loan-to-value loans, with conventional credit supply increasing. Zillow expects that seasonally adjusted homes values will increase 2.9% between September and the end of 2020 and rise 7% in the next 12 months ending in September 2021. If you are in the market for buying or selling, have a trusted advisor on your side who can help you with your real estate needs. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call me at 732-397-9185. Email me at rupa@ruparealtor.com or visit my website at ruparealtor.com. Have a nice week ahead.